This video is designed to give you an understanding how the assurance of learning will be assessed in the watermark system, as the process will officially transition to the system starting in the fall of 2025. Learning assurance is a key component of the AACSB reaccreditation process. It ensures that program-level learning goals are aligned with course-level competency goals, and that students understand how your course contributes to the program-level goals. Thus, consistency and transparency in the assessment process are essential. The assessment process of every semester consists of 9 steps, but faculty involved in assessment only need to participate in 3. Step 2, faculty acknowledgement. Step 5, upload syllabus. And Step 8, upload scores, instruments, and samples of students. These are marked in blue. Before the semester begins, faculty assigned to assess student learning will receive 2 reminder emails from the dean's office. While no immediate action is required upon receiving these emails, the Learning Assurance Committee encourages you to review the competency goal assigned for assessment, identify assignments that can be used for this purpose, and ensure learning objectives of the competency goal are reflected in your course syllabus. I will explain the 3 steps one by one in the subsequent slide pages. The faculty acknowledgement step outlines your responsibilities and relevant deadlines for the upcoming semester. The summary is as follows. Once your course syllabus is ready, upload the copy through watermark by the stated deadline. The submission link will appear in the system after you complete the faculty acknowledgement step. You must also record student assessment score using the spreadsheet submission template, which will be sent to you after the step is completed. Lastly, upload a copy of the test or assignment used for assurance of learning assessment and samples of student work, as well as the completed submission template. The deadline is December 31st for the fall semester and May 31st for the winter semester. After reviewing the information, you will be asked if you acknowledge the receipt of the reminder letter and agree to conduct the assessment. For most cases, faculty will choose, I have received a letter and I agree to conduct the assessment. However, in some special cases, such that when you are already assessed the same competency goal in a previous semester for the committee's request, choose, I do not agree to conduct the assessment, and leave your comments about why you disagree. After completing the faculty acknowledgement, go to the upper right-hand corner of the screen to click the Actions button, and then select Submit. The Step 5 Faculty Syllabus Upload step becomes available after the Learning and Assurance Committee reviews your faculty acknowledgement. You are required to upload your updated course syllabus by the deadline. The deadline will be marked at the top as well. Remember that program-level learning goals must align with course-level competency goals, and students need to understand how your course contributes to broader program goals. To promote consistency and transparency, AACSB recommends explicitly including language on the assurance of learning assessment and the learning objectives tied to your assigned competency goal. Here is an example of a competency goal. Undergraduate written communication. AACSB now refers to it as competency goals instead of learning goals. For the competency goal of written communication, there are 4 learning objectives. Be able to articulate main concepts in writing, be able to write logically, be able to write clearly and concisely, and last but not least, be able to write using correct grammar and spelling. Please include the relevant learning objectives in your syllabus as well. As learning objectives of each competency goal was updated, be sure to open the submission template received from the dean's office in the watermark system. Double-check the learning objectives in the template and then use them in your course syllabus. There is no required format of how you present this in your syllabus. SBA faculty use various versions of statements and place it in different sections. Here are some examples of simple versions our colleagues use. You can customize one for your course by replacing the competency goal in parentheses and listing the appropriate learning objectives from your submission template. This showcases an example of how our colleague has included the simple version of statement in the syllabus. This is another case showing that the simple version was used. Finally, this is another simple version of statement that was placed in the grading section. This shows long versions of statements that could help students understand what learning assurance means, how often it is conducted, and the purpose. There is no preferred format as long as the required content is included clearly and correctly. This is the case where our colleague applied the long version. Here is another long version of that statement. Pause the video and see if this statement fits your course. This is the case our colleague put the long version right below the course goals section. Here is the mixed version of simple and long version that I like to adopt. I placed the simple version of statement in the learning goals section. For student information, I put the long version at the end of the course syllabus. Now the last step that requires faculty participation is faculty upload scores, instruments, and samples. In this step, you will upload 3 items into their respective folders. The first box needs a copy of the test or assignment used for assessment in that semester. The second box needs samples of students' work. And the last box needs a completed submission template for scores. Here is a copy of an assignment used for assessment, which was the final project guidance that I gave to my students. It was a 7-page Word document file. This is the completed submission template. Each student's performance is scored on a scale of 1 to 3 for each learning objective. 1 is do not meet expectations. 2 is meet expectations, and 3 is exceed expectations. Please note that names shown are fictional. The completed template should be uploaded as well. Lastly, student work samples are essential for AACSB documentation. As you can see on the completed template in the previous page, the written communication has 4 learning objectives, including LO1, LO2, LO3, and LO4. Each learning objectives have 3 categories like below: expectations, meet expectations, and exceed expectations. Each category requires 3 samples of student work: Elena, Liam, and Naomi, who get 3 in learning objective 1. In the same manner, you need to provide 3 samples for below expectations and 3 samples for meet expectations in learning objective 1. The same process needs to be applied to the subsequent learning objectives. Once all 3 materials are uploaded, your part of the process is complete. The Learning and Assurance Committee, we truly appreciate your active participation to continuously improve the quality of our student learning. If you have any questions, please contact the LAC member representing your department or the committee chair. Thank you for watching.